Okay, we're going to start today with this. I'm going to be using a 12 volt array solar panel that I have built out of smaller 12 volt solar panels. And going to be engraving on this. I wanted to do the Japanese symbol for punishment because punisher in Japanese just turns into punisha through katakana, because they don't have a word that means punisher. But they do have a word that means punishment. The symbol for it is really complicated. I was going to do it on the forehead. Decided not to do that. I think what I might do instead is I might use this as my channel logo. And if I do, I might go ahead and put Eriku across the forehead in katakana. So, taking this, going to be using it. I need this tape. And I need a magic marker, and I will get it all set up, and I'll be back to recording just as soon as I get it ready to go. So here we go. I've got it taped up, and I've got the thing written on it. I just need to cut those letters out or characters out. And I know it's not on a perfectly straight line, but if you would ever known me my whole life, you know I just don't do things in straight lines, even though I should. Instead of using red and black to hook to the positive and negative, I'm going to be using yellow and green, because the last couple demonstrations I've done with this, you can see that I've really corroded the ends of these. So I don't know how good of a connection they're going to get, but I know the yellow and green will do fine. I'll use yellow in place of red and green instead of black. Alright, when I get these cut out, I'll pick up and show you guys what I got done. Alright. So now we've got this cut out. If you can see there, the light should be going. I don't know how well it's going to engrave on this. I'm going to be using that 9 volt, or not 9 volt, that 12 volt array that I was talking about, which I will be showing to you guys next. It should engrave fine. This is a pretty hard piece of steel. A friend of mine got this for me at a car show. I guess it's meant, some guy had a plasma cutter. He was showing off what you could do with it. And it was a CNC guided plasma cutter, and he picked this up for like $2 for me. Anyway, I will be getting to that. See you guys in just a minute. Okay, so what I got here is I have grabbed a handful of Q-tips, and I've got a thing of apple cider vinegar here. I'm going to go ahead and mix some salt into the vinegar. I think I want a little bit more now. I'm going to add a little bit of sea salt. It's a little coarser. It won't dissolve as good. That's alright. That should be plenty, I think. Now, I'm going to add a little bit more iodized salt. That'll be plenty. Alright, and next we will be doing this. I don't know if this is too bright for you guys to be able to see or not. I know I'm having a hard time seeing my viewfinder, but this is the 12 volt solar array that I worked out. These 3 smaller panels are actually made for deer feeders. They sell them at the local hunting supply store, and you hook them up to a deer feeder with a small 12 volt battery. It recharges the battery, and it distributes food every so often. And these 2 were actually made, the 2 top big ones were made for trickle charging, like your Jeep battery. You mount it to the roof, and then you can run it inside under the hood and hook it to your battery, and supposedly it'll trickle charge your vehicle's battery. Well, all 5 of these put out 12 volts, but of course the bigger ones put out more milliamps. So hooked together, this actually does a pretty good job of charging a car battery. Okay, here's where all the negative clips come together, and there's where all the positive clips come together. I went ahead and I've hooked the positive to the metal item that we're going to be inscribing on, and I'm going to grab some of these Q-tips and get ready to go. Okay, this one's soaked in the salt. Real nice. Turn around this way. when you grab it, you want to make sure that you grab the edge that's wet. You know, you get it like right down there in the where it's wet at. If that makes any sense right there. You can see it there. I can see the shadow, but not it. All right, I'm going to give this a try. This might take a few minutes. If you can see, it's bubbling. So this is working. Though I imagine this is going to take longer to do than when I did that lighter. Because when I had that lighter, I had, what, 4 9-volt batteries hooked together? Get a little bit more of that liquid. Had 4 9-volt batteries hooked together, so that's, what, 36 volts? Something like that, instead of 12. This thing actually puts out at about 18 volts. When I've got them all hooked together. Ooh, it's making a nice grimy looking mess there, isn't it? What I should have done is I should have grabbed something that I can wipe this off with. Set that over there. It's warm. It's very warm where that's occurring. Okay. I'm going to say that that is done. Dip that new end, and let's see what we get. See, I know that we're getting enough juice to this to do it. I just don't know how long it's going to take. You can see that it's really bubbling. Oh yeah. This is going into carbon steel instead of going into, like with the Zippo lighters, it was a brass. Okay, they start with like steel, then they coat it with brass, and then they chrome it. And so if you pull that chrome coating off, that's what you get, is what you saw in that video at the 9-volt. It's very, it's very bright, brassy underneath because of the brass coating on the metal. Why they do it like that, I have no idea. I'm going to go ahead and start on all these letters. I need to go pause this video and go find a cloth that I can wipe this off with, because that is making an awful mess. So I'm going to pause. Okay, so we're back. I unpause. I gotta wipe this off. Yeah, I can see where it's doing something. Come on. All right. Don't know what I'm gonna name this video yet. Probably inscribing on steel using the sun. Stuff gets nasty fast, don't it? I can see where it's etching into it. Stupid wasp. Go away. And you can see real clear down here on this where it's etching into this letter, this character. It's actually looking pretty good. I'm sorry if you guys aren't getting as clear a view of this as you should be. Like I said before, or I've said a million times, it's really hard. Gotta set the camera down. It's really hard to be your own cameraman and do this at the same time. Oh, come on. It's looking like this is coming through pretty good, though. I'll be able to tell 100% until I remove the tape. Okay, break time over. I just had to stretch my neck. I injured my neck a few days ago. It's nothing super serious. I do it all the time. I've got a real problem with my back. And I aggravated it the other day, so I had to take a minute to stretch my neck out. I've been spent like the past 3 days bedridden, doing nothing but just being able to lay on my bed and complain about how bad my back hurts. Trying to keep this from moving around. And again, if I didn't make it clear, you hook the positive to the object and you use the negative on the electrode. I'm not exactly sure why, what the science behind that is, but I know it works best that way. You can see the ends of that alligator clip. This one was brand new when I first started. The ends of it are already corroding. I'm going to say that that looks pretty good. This top marking up here needs help. Pardon me while I change my electrodes. Okay, it says that I gotta stop recording for a few minutes because it's too hot outside for my phone to operate properly. So I'm gonna go let it cool off and then I'll be right back. We're back. I had to go take this inside to the air conditioning, let it cool off. I've got a new electrode ready to go. I had to take my phone case off of this because I got a feeling my phone case was... Stupid flies. I got a feeling my phone case, it's real thick and it's got a real thick rubber thing on it. I got a feeling that it was the cause of the heat buildup. So I am almost done with this. It's looking really good. Not perfect, but really good. Now, after I get done doing this, I've got some metal polish I'm going to want to use on this. I discovered when doing this on brass, it's not a big deal. But when doing this on steel, if you don't clean it up with metal polish afterwards, it can cause rust, even on stainless steel. So that's what I'm going to be doing after this. Okay, it's looking really good. I think I'm going to go ahead, pause this, and take off the tape. Okay, so this is what we got. All the tape removed. I would say that did really, really good. I like it. I think I'm going to try to find a creative place to take a picture of that and make it my new channel logo, as a matter of fact. But here's what I was talking about, metal polish. Get some of this. Inside is kind of like a cotton ball soaked in chemicals. You want to tear off a little bit of it. And then you want to rub it all over the area that you just inscribed. Try to get rid of the corrosive residue that's going to be there. You ain't got to like go crazy with it. You just got to make sure you get rid of all the residue that's on it. And they'll leave like a nice, almost oil-like coating. That'll help prevent corrosion later. But imagine if I didn't do that, that writing right there in the middle of that would be corroded in about a week. It would start rusting. Even if this was stainless steel, which it's not. This is just a piece of carbon steel. But anyway, that's how you use some 12-volt solar panels, and I bet one of them would have done it, but not as well, because it's just really, really low milliamps coming out of that. But I bet I could have done it with one. But that's how you carve or engrave in metal using 12-volt solar panels and a little bit of salt and vinegar, Q-tips, and some alligator clips. If you guys enjoyed, let me know. Hit the like button, and you guys want to see me do more stuff like this, which I'm planning on doing a whole lot more, let me know, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.